My field experience project was titled Hallrich Incorporated, Inner Crust Webpage Development and Employee Training. My name is Steve Gambone. A little bit of overview for the company. There are 82 Hallrich Pizza Hut stores in Northeast Ohio. The CEO is Tony Zambecki. The company was originally started under Hallrich by Mr. Halls and Mr. Ritchie, and Mr. Tony Zambecki came in later and took over after that. They have an inner crust page that's going to be a large part of my project. It's a consumer rewards page, and it's just a local franchisee to the entire Pizza Hut brand. Talking about the inner crust page that I had brought up earlier, it's a consumer rewards page. It's company specific, meaning it's only the Hallrich brands. It's not Pizza Hut Incorporated's. It allows for interactions with consumers via the internet, and it needs developed in several areas. There were just a couple weak spots that I noticed. Some of the weak spots that I did see, it lacked social media. There were links on the page, but they weren't in spots that were very visible. The employees of Pizza Hut lack information concerning this site. Consumers are unaware of the page. That's because of a culmination of certain things between the employees not knowing and it being poorly advertised. Consumers are unaware of the page's functionality also, and false information is being presented sometimes by workers due to the fact that they lack information. For some issues in employee training, in order to improve the Inner Crust webpage, employees must gain knowledge. This can happen through different ways of training, but different employees will respond differently to the ways in which they are trained. The best way in which to do so would be to develop a sense of self-efficacy in the workplace for the employees, which basically means that they have a sense of doing good, they want to get things done, and they like themselves to be productive. And employees lack knowledge concerning store promotions, deals, and coupons. By educating them, it will educate the consumers directly due to the fact that they're the ones that they come in contact with. To fix the issues, edit the minor web page issues by adding social media, making it a little more easy to navigate. When it comes to employee training, there was an X theory and a Y theory that I felt were important. They deal with giving employees freedom and letting them come up with the ways in which they work for the Y theory. The X theory is kind of employees don't like to work, but they will if you give them rewards. The Y theory seemed to be more effective. Employee self-efficacy, like I stated earlier, just deals with the way in which employees feel about the way in which they work. And also to fix issues, we'll survey consumers to see what's going on, what they think of the issues, and what they feel needs to be addressed. And by educating the employees, you educate the consumers. This graphic right here explains employee training. This goes along with the Y theory. The individual wants to improve, they begin to learn, they change their concepts and skills and attitudes, change in the work performance, and organizational effectiveness is the result of that. Self-efficacy is also a big part of this. It's not outlined in the illustration, but it plays a role. As I touched on earlier, the X theory is the management assumes employees are inherently lazy and they will avoid work. Y theory is if you give them benefits, they'll work better due to the fact that they're more motivated. And self-efficacy, as I touched on earlier, is the measure of one's own ability to complete tasks and reach goals. Also, the leadership was a component within this because the way in which the employees reacted to the way I tried to lead them and implement training styles also played a role in my project. Self-efficacy, to explain more what it is, motivating language leads to self-efficacy, which will lead to better performance. It's a simple graphic, but it explains the way in which efficacy will help. And the leadership component. In order to implement changes, there must be strong leadership. In order to do that, I tried to stay consistent and deliver a clear message to the people I was working with. Employees react differently to different management and leadership styles, and through leadership an example is set. So I focused on having a hard work ethic and a good positive attitude, and that carried over to the employees. And for my conclusion, by improving ways in which employees are trained, the web page will benefit. And due to the knowledge being created amongst the workers, It will be visible within the stores. You'll see more self-efficacy with the workers. You'll see more leadership from management. And these factors all linked together will help provide the page with more success and help the company grow through it. Here's some sources.